Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And we see them. And today we have another great show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Now, as you guys know, Bronny James has been making a lot of headlines ever since he's been playing these preseason games, right? He's been making a lot of headlines. There's been a lot of hype surrounding Bronny for a 55th pick. They've been posting all over the internet about him, and it's created this big conversation around nepotism and all of that. But unfortunately, Bronny's production isn't matching all of the hype surrounding him. In the 3 preseason games that Bronny James has played thus far for the Los Angeles Lakers, Bronny, get this, in 3 games is averaging 0.7 points per game while shooting 9% from the field. Shooting 0% from 3. He hasn't made a 3 in the preseason yet. He's shooting 0% from the free throw line. I don't think he's attempted a free throw yet. While averaging 1 rebound, 0.3 assists, and 1.7 turnovers. I want you guys to just kind of mull over that number for a second. Bronny is averaging more turnovers than points thus far, and it's not looking very good for him. Obviously, ESPN released that scathing report that a lot of us reacted to, which essentially was saying that Bronny isn't ready, and a lot of people around the NBA, smart people, think that he's not ready, and some people feel like he's being set up to fail, and some people are questioning what Rich Paul, his agent, and LeBron see in him that the rest of us don't, because it doesn't really seem that he's an NBA player right now. And one of those people that seems to feel the same way is NBA Hall of Famer Charles Barkley. Yes, Charles Barkley. I was actually doing some research this morning, and I came across an article from Marca.com. And this article had the following headline. It says, Charles Barkley has a powerful response to Bronny James's critics. Handle with care. So let me get into this article. It continues on by saying Bronny James is facing mounting pressure after struggling to find his footing in the first 3 preseason games with the Los Angeles Lakers. But NBA legend Charles Barkley has a different take, urging fans and the Lakers to be patient with the young star. The son of NBA icon LeBron James, Bronny's performances have left fans concerned about whether the highly anticipated rookie can meet the lofty expectations placed on him. Continues on. During the interview on the Throwbacks podcast, Barkley weighed in on Bronny's rocky start, emphasizing the importance of giving the young guard room to develop. They've got to handle this thing with kid gloves, Barkley advised. He's not a finished product yet. I'm just glad he's healthy, and we're all rooting for him out of respect for LeBron. The former NBA star acknowledged the immense spotlight on Bronny's due to his famous last name. It's not going to be easy. He's got a target on his back, but man, it's a great story. We've seen father and son duos like the Griffeys in baseball, but not quite like this in basketball. I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Now, I think Charles Barkley's comments can be interpreted in a number of ways. The first way it can be interpreted is, well, Bronny James is a 55th overall pick in the NBA draft. So obviously he's not a finished product. Were he a finished product, he would have probably been drafted in the first round. So from that standpoint, he is correct, because usually lower draft picks, you work well with them. They do a lot of developmental work. So from that standpoint, I think his analysis is spot on. There is more work to be done as it pertains to Bronny James. But then there's the other aspect of this, which is Charles, for example, said you need to handle it with kid gloves. Well, there's a problem with that. And the reason there's a problem with that is it seems as if then we would have to make special exceptions and provisions for Bronny, which I then believe is unfair to other NBA players. And I'll tell you why. It would be one thing if Bronny was kind of going through the rigors of trying to build out his game and all of that and working to improve his game. That would be one thing. The problem then becomes all of the hype that has been all of the hype surrounding Bronny and all of the expectations that have been placed on him. That's where the problem starts. This really kicked off when LeBron said on numerous occasions, he said one of them was like, oh, I'm watching League Pass right now, and Bronny is definitely better than some of these dudes that I'm watching. That's LeBron James. Talking about NBA certified players, that's number one. Number two, LeBron said that he also believes that Bronny could play on the Lakers right now. Think about how disrespectful that is to a teammate reading those comments of LeBron James, because they would interpret that as saying, well, he thinks his son that's in college is better than some of us on this team. So when people in the media pick up statements like that from LeBron James, the face of the NBA, then they're going to be like, well, if LeBron is saying that he's going to be great, he must be great. And then you couple in the fact that he's LeBron's son, then it creates this tornado of attention. And then what ends up happening is if Bronny goes out there and scores 2 points in a game, but he gets a block, it gets plastered all over social media. And then people sit back and say, well, this kid is getting more promotion and attention than NBA All-Stars. So let's go check him out and see what he's all about. And then when people start digging and seeing that thus far he isn't any good, people are going to call it out. And I think that people should have the right to call it out. Because Bronny isn't a kid. He's a young adult. He's 20 years old, playing in the NBA, earning millions of dollars. Right? So he's going to go through every bit of scrutiny as any other player would. Maybe not for his position in the draft, but for the attention that he receives. Bronny receives more attention than NBA All-Stars. He receives more attention than NBA All-Stars. That's one part. The other part that I disagree with Charles is like, we need to handle kid gloves. Well, why aren't the Lakers handling with kid gloves? The Lakers are clearly using this as a moment to make money. Hence the reason they have decided to play Bronny on opening night. Well, if you look at Bronny right now, you can clearly see that he's not a finished product. We all can see that. So how do we get a player that's not a finished product starting or playing opening night with his father? The only reason that would be is because they want to make money off of the moment. So this isn't just about basketball. And since they've decided to turn it into a circus, I think people should treat it as such. It is a circus. Part of this is a gimmick, and therefore people should treat it as such. This is just my personal take on this. So what I want to know from you guys is, where do you land on this issue? Where do you land on this issue? Do you think we need to give Bronny more time to just kind of develop, or do you think that no, if people are going to be putting all of this praise and hype around him, then he needs to be called out if he's not living up to the hype and all of the praise surrounding him? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show.